Hello everyone, welcome back to Food for Thought videos, where I provide you delicious insight to mental health and wellness through the use of food. Today I'm going to talk about how to be more open and open-minded. So here is a pancake. It represents us when we're more closed off and less open-minded. And here is a delicious waffle with all these holes you'll see. When we're more open and open-minded, we create space for new things, new opportunities, new positive things that might be in front of us that we didn't realize before, and we get to embrace them and incorporate it into our life. But when we're closed off like a pancake here, it just slides right off. And here, we create space so we can actually have room and make room to incorporate those new positive things. So how can we be more open and open-minded? Well, first of all, putting judgment aside. When we're so busy judging, we're not really seeing things for maybe perhaps what it is. We put on a certain lens, and we kind of written it off. And how do we kind of put that judgment aside? Well, when we're given opportunities or new things we're not familiar with, or even things we're familiar with and we already have that, it's going to happen again, that's judgment. And to put it aside, we can say, okay, I'm going to take a breath. And when I notice that I'm judging in my head, I'm just going to say to myself, pause. And then continue to listen and be in that space of observing and listening without judgment. Now, it takes practice. It's not as easy as said to done because that judgment trait and behavior is ingrained in us and is more automatic than we realize. 2, listen and observe. So let's not be so busy doing other things like multitasking. Sometimes when we're multitasking too many things, we're not really focusing on what is in front of us. Or when we're in front of a group of people or around somebody else who's trying to share something with us, and we're so busy talking or trying to talk over them, we're not really listening and engaging. So take a step back, listen and observe. 3, creating new opportunities or placing yourself in new environments, whether it's in a social setting around different people or in a different space. So when you're in a different space, it can affect how we feel. And there's a video that I did about that, and you can go back to that video. I have also posted a link here about that. So when we're in a different space, it can physically and mentally affect us, and it create new things, new possibilities, new feelings, new thoughts, because we might be more inspired. Or when we're around different people and social settings, it can also create new opportunities for us instead of us being closed off and always hanging out with the usual people that we do. Yes mentality. So when we are more open to things, we tend to be saying yes. Now, I caveat that with a caution. This doesn't always mean saying yes to everything, but knowing where your boundaries are. 4, setting boundaries. So this, whether it's being more open and saying yes to things that we normally say no to, or knowing when to say no. By saying no, we're not sucked into the things we normally say yes to and busy ourselves with those things that we lose out opportunity in others. So knowing where our boundaries are is important. 5, being authentic and being seen. So when we're more authentic and more our true selves, we're not putting a front up, and trying to keep up that front is exhausting. So when we're so busy putting on that costume, that front, we actually lose sight of what are things around us because we're not focused on what's around us anymore or what new things are coming in, but focusing on that internal struggle and keeping that internal struggle up. As well as being seen. So when we actually put ourselves out there and we value ourselves and want to be seen as our true selves, other people will notice us. And when other people notice us, because we actually decide to notice ourselves first and wanting to be there, we create that space for new things and new opportunities that other people might not even notice in the first place because we're so busy trying to hide. And we're not so busy trying to hide and we're actually present. We're more involved in things and more exposed to things that are positive around us that we might not even notice in the first place. So those are 5 tools you can use to help create that more openness and open-mindedness. So here's just a further example. I have a bottle of syrup here. When, like I said, more closed off, can you see how that syrup, let me try that again. Can you see how that syrup just rolls off? So we're not being in that creative space. We're not being in that space where we're more open-minded and open to things. It just kind of slips and slides off. But when we are creating that space using those tools I have shared, can you see how we catch that syrup here in those space and pockets we have created? So I encourage you to try those 5 tools. Do share, leave comments and feedback on how you've been working on being more open and open-minded. And do subscribe and follow me. For more information about me, please visit my website. As well as if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, here it is. Thanks.